Hello and welcome back to my book vlog thing. No. Welcome back to my book journal. That's what it is. I have to turn off the TV. Today I am talking about Jade City, a book that I finished a little while ago. I've been reading really slowly lately because I've been trying to get into electronics before I go to college for electronics engineering technology, so that's taken up a lot of my time. And then also the DLC for Elden Ring is coming out soon, and I wanted to play through again and beat every single boss because a few of them I haven't beaten yet, and I also just really love the game. So I haven't been reading a lot and it's slow. So I finished this book I don't know, probably 6 weeks ago. I might not remember everything about it, but I'm gonna try. All right, so brief synopsis. There is a island heavily influenced by Southeast Asia, Japan, Hong Kong, those areas. On this island, there are magical rocks. It's called Jade, but it's not the same Jade. In the book, they have a rock called Nephrite, which would be similar to our Jade. But on this island, they have Jade, which is a magical rock. When you hold it, if you're a special type of person, you can influence your own abilities. You can become stronger, lighter, faster. You can even do some more magical type stuff, like send out waves of energy that can knock people over, throw things, that sort of thing. Because of these powers, very strong warriors live on the island or have lived on the island for many generations. But very recently there was an all nations war, basically a world war, and part of that war ended in an occupation of Kekon, and these Jade warriors fought against the occupying forces, the Shotarians, or Shotties as they call them, I think, I don't know. After this revolt against the occupying armies, the main and stronger groups of these Jade warriors formed what is essentially gangs. They are outside of Kekon's military or government. They hold areas of the island and of the main city, Janloon. The businesses in the area give them certain amounts of money each year in a more honorable gangster tribute form. I mean, to me it seems very similar, but in the book, the gangs, the clans that they call them in the book, they do really want to help the people of their city. So, you know, there is a give and take. It's still gang life, but there is a give and take. So that's sort of the setup. That's the beginning of the book. Our story takes place following the new generation of leaders in the No Peak clan. That is Lan, Shay, and Hilo. Lan starts out this book as the pillar of No Peak, which is the leader. Hilo starts out this book as the horn, which is the head tough, like the head bruiser. He will plan and go on covert operations, will oversee all of the smaller gang members and clan members and what they're doing. He'll go shake down people. He'll if somebody can't pay tribute to the clan, like one of the businesses, he'll go over and, you know, talk to them and see if they can work something out. Shay actually just comes back from a Western country, and she is not really interested in being part of the clan life. Lan, Hilo, and Shay's cousin Andon is captured one day by the rival clan, and in a roundabout way it ends up in Lan, the pillar, being challenged to a clean blade duel. That means if either one of the people dueling dies, there can be no repercussions. It's a clean blade, like nothing ever happened. So they go to fight, and Lan, he's not the best fighter. Hilo's a much better fighter, but Lan still holds up and ends up killing Gaunt, which is the name of the other horn of the rival clan. But in doing so, Lan gets what seems to be irrevocably or irreversibly injured. His Jade is hurting him. Jade can have effects that, you know, kind of make you go crazy, make you feel really sick. If it gets bad enough, you can kill yourself because it messes with your brain. There's too much power. Lan is having a really hard time handling his Jade and the Jade he acquired from this rival gang member, and ends up having to take this special drug called Shine that can help you handle it better. But it's also poisonous and looked down upon quite heavily in Kekon culture. One day, he accidentally doubles up on a dose of Shine and goes out on town and kind of feels quite sick. At the same time, a really small time non-clan gangster decides that he's going to try to kill Lan, and succeeds, really only because Lan is suffering very heavily from Jade overdose or Shine overdose. So Lan is dead. No Peak has no pillar, no leader. Hilo has to step in, which is crazy. Nobody really thinks Hilo can lead. He's young, he's brash, he's a bruiser. He shouldn't be a leader. But you know what he says? It's my job. I'm next in line. Shay, at this point, decides, you know what? I'm gonna fully work for the clan. When she went to Espenia, the Western country, she wanted to leave clan life behind. She gave up her Jade, but now she realizes she's back. Her family needs her, the clan needs her. Time to wear it again. Boom. All while this is happening, Shay is investigating the rival gangs meddling with Jade mining and Jade selling. And they're finding that the Mountain Clan, the rival clan, is selling Jade to other countries, which is just, there is some Jade that can be sold, but for the most part, Kekon doesn't sell Jade, at least in this way, to other countries. It's fueling their military, and it's making it harder for Kekon to stay a solitary nation and just doing their own thing. Because of this and the turning over of evidence to the authorities and all this type of stuff, pressure is put on the Mountain Clan, which creates a gang rivalry and an all-out war breaks out. To stop this, Hilo and maybe Lan didn't kill Gaunt. I can't remember who he killed, but he killed the Horn of Mountain. The new one, Gaunt Ash, challenges Hilo to another Clean Blade duel to end the war. And, well, essentially, they make a deal where if Hilo dies, then the Mountain just absorbs the clan. Nobody else has to die, that sort of thing. And life goes on. Hilo's family doesn't die, all that good stuff. And you know, the clan war is just done. Hilo doesn't really get anything from winning the battle other than, I think the clan war just ends like there, but they stay separate. Anyway, turns out that Andin, this guy that was captured a while ago, their cousin, is super good at this specific type of Jade power called channeling. He can reach inside your body and like stop your heart. So Hilo and Andin formulate a plan where they're basically gonna break the dueling rules, and they're going to kill the Horn no matter what. Usually nobody gets to step in. Hilo takes a huge beating, almost dies. The Mountain Clan is also tricksy and does some multiple people trying to kill Hilo at once when it should be one-on-one. But with Andin's help, when Hilo's just about to die, Andin takes off Hilo's Jade and uses a supreme amount of Jade power that's rushing into him to kill Gaunt and end the rivalry then and there. Then they both wake up in the hospital and boom, done. That's Jade War. That's Jade War. It was great book, really action-packed, setting the stage for what life in Kekon, life in Janloon is like. I really, really enjoyed the depiction of gang life, clan life. It was a beautiful mixture of Hong Kong gangs after the British occupation and Yakuza clans in Japan. Very much based around honor and more leaning into community than just ripping off everybody that they live around and just fighting all the time. So it was really cool. I really like the powers too. Don't really understand how it works. They mention that there are universities that study the bioenergetic properties of the rock, but it's really never explained, and I'd like them to explain it. I know that, you know, unless Fonda Lee did it in a really thoughtful way, you know, when it gets into that more sci-fi territory, it can, you know, lessen the impact. But I always like there to be at least reaching at an explanation instead of just, oh, it's a magical rock. Especially when they mention like things like bioenergetic. Like obviously, like if you're gonna throw in that term, like you can go a few steps further. Like if they just said, oh, it's a magic rock, cool, it's a magic rock, it's just fantasy. But when you put that like sci-fi term in there, now I feel like you gotta go a little bit further. What does it do to the body? How does it work? Why can only some people tolerate it? This one for me was a 4 out of 5, I think. It was really cool to see. Like, it really reminded me actually of some parts of the Avatar, like the second one, Legend of Korra, where it's in a more modern city. There's, you know, like 1940s or 50s, and then there's gangsters running around with these powers. You know, they can move things with their mind and stuff like that. Just a really, really fun book and a great depiction of a urban gang fantasy thing. I liked it. 4 to 5, I think. I can't really remember, so I apologize for that.